I just, want people, even people my age, to be very aware of their body and, and take good care of themselves and go to their doctor on a regular basis, because I think that if I had not made that appointment with my OBGYN, that I would have had a more grim diagnosis. My name is Decca Knight, and I was 32 years old when I was diagnosed. My son was 1, and I had thought that, I hadn't been to see the OBGYN. So I called and I said, I just need a regular checkup. So I went in, and he found it during the exam. And he said, Decca, I really don't think it's anything because you're young, you have no family history. It's rather large. It feels kind of like a cyst. So we can wait, for 6 months and just kind of see what happens. Or if you really want to, I can send you down to Dr. Williams and you can get an ultrasound. And so a week later, I went down to get an ultrasound with Dr. Williams. After all those scans and the final biopsy, they said that it was a pretty aggressive form of cancer as far as how quickly the cells were dividing and the size. So they moved pretty quickly to surgery. To get that diagnosis at my age when you're in the office, he made it as easy as you could make it. He was extremely comforting. He made me feel comfortable, my husband feel comfortable. My parents were still in the stage where they wanted to take care of me, so he spent a lot of time talking to them and reassuring them. I didn't feel like I needed to go anywhere else. I just heard so many wonderful things about him, and the way he coordinated my care was wonderful because he spent a lot of time working with all the different doctors and my oncologists, and I didn't ever feel like I was out there alone. My husband is amazing. He's an amazing support and a very strong person, and also, a very emotional person. So I never felt like I couldn't speak to him about what was going on, or like I had to feel guilty about putting too much on him or anything like that. He's a very strong person. I'm very lucky. And then, of course, my son, it's hard to be too down when you have a 1-year-old. There's a lot going on. And so even though he didn't know it, he was taking really good care of me. I'm feeling really good. I'm getting a little bit stronger each day. I'm about a year out from chemo. So I'm finally getting to the point where I almost feel normal, and I don't think about it every day. And probably I really don't think about it more than a couple hours a week, actually. The great thing is that it's a small part of my life now. It's still a part of my life, but it's a small part, and I'm able to focus on kind of this renewed sense of life and energy and being with my family and my friends.